7-7. Vikings nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Great.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the first carry for Dalvin.
We own that.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Jalen Waddle, 79 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league, coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff. They have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best play is just up from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Set at the line for this next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
He certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. That 2nd down play nets a -4. This offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Jackson now. The quick slant caught.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
I'll make sure y'all tell them don't leave that field.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14. Vikings 7.
And
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here
get out that edge,
to start their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Second and 9 now. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr.
Baby.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Way to be there. Way to be there.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Oh.
On first down.
Woo.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases?
She out there trying to put Crocs on.
In a completion of a play. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter.
I'm be going to school. Be going back to school.
Set to kick off.
You know.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
I turned it on
No
myself,
run
man. I
back
just
here,
gotta feel
down
like
to a knee,
registration
and this
form.
drive will start at the 25.
I'm past the man, too. Oh, nah. We're going to get 8 weeks of driving experience.
For this next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Jackson finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
5 down, 6 down.
I mean, there's a little bit of drive for it, too.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Getting stuff.
Now a handoff looking right. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
as they run left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort. There, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
The score, Ravens 21, Vikings 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Samuel, complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Cook, a first down and more. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the 44-yard line.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Still.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A run there with Cook on first down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He'll look to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you know, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Hey, I was calling. Hello? Hey, I was calling because I have 2 boys signed up for the 5- and 6-year-olds, and I was wondering what time they were practicing tonight. By 6. Okay. Thank you.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker now for the extra point.
So they would be there by 6. I thought it was a daggone practice.
This one's
tonight.
now 28-14.
Vikings 14.
They got Miss Hall sent an email from a number one day. I think that was Keith I was talking to.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Oh.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6
it's time
points.
to beat it.
They got to make up for
It's
that.
time to go already.
About empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
You're
I
hungry to
got
get
that
back
boy
out there,
loaded
aren't you?
up, running around.
Because
Big
otherwise,
truck,
it's gonna
man.
be a long
Truck,
day
Mac
for you.
11,
Here's
10
second and
gloves.
7 now from the 28.
If y'all coming, yeah, because we leaving
On play action, they'll throw.
20 minutes. Oh!
Rifles
Toe.
one, that's going to be
Y'all see
intercepted.
this out there?
Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Yeah, he said they got. He said they.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard
He
line.
come at him then.
Now they
See
try
where
the
it is.
right side here. And some room to
Ooh.
roam now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this
work, Irv.
inside the 30. 85 yards
I
for
see
him
you
on
with
the
the
ground
stick work,
now as
Irv.
he has been terrific here this afternoon.
22 yards. And a Raven first down.
Right back to him on 1st down.
Ah!
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
He's got the first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football,
That boy tired,
sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And the second wave of
I shouldn't
tacklers is
even ran
going to
him,
get him
man.
as they
Dang.
stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Ravens 35, Vikings 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return.
Well, Julian, come here. Y'all two come
decision
here.
to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about
Look
5
at the
yards
football.
as
Y'all
he's
got to get
tackled
ready
at
for
the
your
20.
game. A basketball game. Come on.
Oh, they got another basketball.
We got a basketball game?
Here are the
Yeah,
Vikings
go
now to start
find a
their
pair of
next
shorts
drive.
and a shirt
And following
downstairs.
the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more
Y'all
cautious
Kyrie?
when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
Like a
I
white
think you
t-shirt
are. I
or
don't
black
think that there's
t-shirt.
any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
It's like that.
Tackle, see how they attack him here.
Can you go get ready?
Deep ball there, they didn't get it.
What?
They're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his
Double
own
your nose, wash your
19-yard
hands first,
line.
dude.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he's going to be intercepted
gone.
a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that
Shorts
scout games
and
for you
a
with
t-shirt.
a different eye and watch him. And see
Joel,
what's going on.
Joel's
Maybe
actually
they can
might
pick
be
up
all
what
right with
the
that
flaws
on.
are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he's going to be taken down
Joel.
with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the
Nah,
penalty.
he is
It's
too
bad,
baggy.
isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about
And
it.
his
So many
shirt too
people
long.
Celebrating the guys that just gave up that play.
Yeah, that's all right, what you got on.
I can already put my shoes on.
Yeah, you need to go blow your nose. I just said go blow your nose.
And now here's a carry heading left. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get
Joel,
stuck
come
out
put your
on the perimeter,
shoes on
you're in peril.
and sit
And
down.
we saw the result, negative yardage.
Come here,
A lot
come
of
here. Go,
ground to
hand me a
cover.
tissue.
2nd and 22.
Sit down and stop putting your shoes on.
Now a handoff as they run left side. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down at the 28.
I don't know
An
why.
incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 109 yards rushing for him now as he's been tremendous all day long. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons.
Kyrie's right here.
And say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He gets them a little bit closer. Takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride.
Yeah, you need to get that knot out, don't you?
We've gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? He's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Get one number.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
I watch your face. I'm gonna watch your face. It's look nasty because you over there rubbing
the
your
Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now this throw caught left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his pass incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
Now just watch our face good.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got
y'all put Vaseline on your face? Or that's what y'all need to do? Stop trying to go outside. Y'all not going outside. Get your coat on.
Carry in the game for Cook.
Put Vaseline on your face after you wash them and get your coat on.
14-yard line. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play.
You got Vaseline?
You know they always say for a defensive coach,
go check in grandma's
film. I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. Cook, they'll try and run it. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
1st down, Baltimore.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run. He was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Zip your cover. Let me tie your shoe. Why your shoes not tied? Julian, come here.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Daddy. Guess what? I remember. You can put a nut in it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Yeah, other shoe, yeah.
One play has him up past the 40 already.
We both of y'all first
First
game.
and 10.
Yeah, because we never played a game.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. This is caught at the 20. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
At the 19-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Time to go.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit.
Mask and water.